Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
And SYNTELL Koay.
Yo, what's cracking?
We are continuing on with All of Us Are Dead, the season finale, season 1, episode 12, Quarantine. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. And so if you want to watch the whole thing with us, uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabyKoay, where you can watch the whole show with us, but you will need your own Netflix subscription so you can open up the show in an adjacent window to our reaction. And it's like you're watching it with 3 of your favorite pals from the internet. God, it's warm in here. Okay, so if you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go. Here we are.
Uh-oh, you might get your wish, man.
Oh.
I don't know, man. Those bodies look quite charred.
Yeah.
Why are we looking at it then?
No?
So we can remember the sacrifice.
Well, there's a lot of ash. I mean, if they were properly ashed, they wouldn't have bodies, right? Am I right?
That's quite true.
We don't know yet. He could just be asleep. That was rough. He had a big fall.
Reminds me a lot of Silent Hill.
Oh.
The movie?
Yeah, in the game. It's always just that ash that's everywhere.
Oh, that's in the game. I haven't played it but one time.
Oh, she survived, though.
Oh, God, I can't imagine what it's like for her to grow up after this experience.
Right?
Like, she's going to be messed up for life.
We still don't know if she signed that.
I don't see a signature.
Tear it up. Tear it up. Tear it up. There you go.
다수가 살기 위해서 대체 어디까지 잔인해도 되는 거냐?
You do pretty heartless.
학교에서 그런 거 배울 거 아니야.
They don't teach you that, and they don't teach you about taxes.
That's true.
Yeah, I was wondering, man. That was a lot of shrapnel.
This is not the time to be injured in this world.
I ain't lying.
Is that
Yo,
a
they're
forest
looking
fire?
more and more post-apocalyptic, especially like with the shoulder pads and all that. Yeah.
Reminds me of a short film I did once where it was all just like, we're just in that type of gear in this post-apocalyptic world, but I guess that's what you would look like, you know? You're just,
Yeah, you get what you can find.
yeah, go salvage.
Daytime, at least it's not that scary.
Not one of them got hit by debris.
Well, the strong dude did. Daesu? Yeah, him.
Daesu.
A little bit. He didn't get his head taken off.
Are you just rooting for them to die?
No, I'm just saying that like a lot of...
미안해. 잠깐만 기다릴래?
For what, more zombies?
아니다. 먼저 가. 금방 따라갈게.
Don't be stupid.
우진아, 대신 돌보고 있어.
Where did sister go? Harry.
At first, with the girl with the eye patch thing, I was like, I'll go with her so I can eat her.
I know, right?
She's still hungry.
Yeah, she must be starving.
They need to find themselves a pig.
Or she could turn into like a vigilante like Dexter or something and only take out people
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
And then kill them right afterwards.
이정산이 나쁜 새끼야!
가자. 아무 냄새도 안 나. 아무도 없어.
That doesn't mean anything. He might be half-beat. Or could she smell the bad guy?
Yeah, she could.
Oh, never mind.
God, that music scared me.
I
Sorry.
wonder if they're exterminating even innocent people.
Headshots only. That's cool.
This seems like it could be a fun video game.
Yeah, right?
Right?
학교에 있는 거 군인들이 봤잖아. 구하지도 않고 그냥 가더니 폭탄까지 쐈어. 나 때문에 그런 거 같아.
She's smart.
니들도 나처럼 좀비는 아니지만 인간도 아니다. 그렇게 생각한 거 아닐까?
그런 말 하지 마.
But she's kind of on the mark.
누나, 저기
What?
뭐 있다.
Oh, Dad. He's helping out from beyond. With preparation and smarts.
묶어놓은 거 같은데. 누가 이렇게 착한 짓을 해놨어? 10만인가? 10만이가 누구예요?
Look for the next one.
Ugh, nothing I love more than an involuntary hike. What is it?
Flashlight.
The flashlight he dropped.
From your dad. Oh. It'd be like her prized possession. It has his name on it.
Oh, golly, that's a... He hit that tree hard.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
How did that survive?
That's the original...
Yeah.
That was patient zero. The mom and the son from the scientist.
직전인 사람과 유사합니다. 잘 보존해서 이송해. 절대 놓치거나 손상되면 안 돼. 알겠습니다.
How'd they survive that if there was a whole...
No, because they only bombed in specific areas. They didn't bomb in residential areas.
Oh, that's right.
And they were chained to the thing, so they couldn't
Yeah.
have run anyways.
Right, I just was surprised that it didn't get caught in the fire.
Like birds got caught too.
왜? 뭐 있어?
좀비들.
많아? 많이 오는 거야?
하나, 둘, 셋.
Get to higher ground.
Hide. I don't know.
There's a lot of buildings y'all gonna be hiding
Yeah.
Y'all are just chilling there counting. Get to higher
Yeah,
ground.
they can smell you. If she can smell them, they can smell you.
뛰어.
Oh, come on, Daesu, let's go. Try.
Did the zombies hear them? Like, why are they drawn there?
Smell. Oh, no.
온조야.
All right, this is what we've been waiting. Yes! Hammer! My weapon of choice.
내 뒤에 있어.
She's like, man, you don't get up out of here for real. I feel that. I'm way tougher than you.
How many are you gonna take on? They'll just keep coming.
She stopped counting at like 8, right?
Like 11? I don't know.
Come on, there we go.
Whoa.
There we go.
Hammer the shit out of his head.
There we go.
Oh, headshots only. What are you doing? Headshots.
Ugh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh. Yes, girl.
Come on. Stop posing and do some more shit.
There we go.
Yes.
We're waiting for this all season for them to get some offense going. Yes.
No.
No, not her. Oh. Ah.
Oh, they got him.
Oh, I wasn't expecting him. Come on. Oh, man, that zombie digging in, too.
No.
활 계속 쏴라. 알았지? 포기하지 마라. 알았지?
Oh.
No.
It's about that time. Yeah. Oh, he bubbled up quick, too. Oh.
She's gonna kill him. Oh, no. Whoa.
아무 의미 없이 죽지 마요.
Oh no. She's getting
Oh
hungry.
no.
She's jonesing. She's jonesing for some meat.
먹어. 다 먹어버려.
She looking at y'all like y'all a snack.
Oh no, 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 no.
She's having a hard time holding on to her humanity.
잠깐만.
왜?
남자가 없어. 잠깐만 갔다 올게.
You don't go by yourself. Man, let her go.
Is she eating someone?
Yeah, walk away.
She turned.
Clean up quick. Maybe they didn't see anything. Oh God.
Oh, the shame.
Nothing to see here.
오지 마.
같이 가자.
Are you not watching what she just did?
Oh no.
Oh shit.
물어도 돼?
The fuck?
괜찮아, 남나야.
I feel bad for her.
먼저 괜찮아? 괜찮아?
She's like,
남나야. 남나야.
Yeah, just leave her behind. Should be.
oh, grab it.
What?
Okay.
This is. Oh boy.
What's gonna happen? Who's she gonna find?
Well, she's on her own.
전방경계. 생존자 확인.
They're not being treated as asymptomatic?
Well, they will be quarantined and separated, right?
Oh.
Oh, I thought it was the girl with snacks.
Yeah.
아빠 만났어? 아빠 너한테 간다고 나갔는데.
하고 싶은 말 있으면 해봐.
I contributed nothing to my team.
현주라고 우리 반 학생을 납치했다니까요.
김현주라는 학생한테 무슨 주사를 놨다던데.
우리 왜 버렸어요?
Yeah.
조사에 협조만 잘해주면.
아니요. 나 다시는 어른들한테 나한테 어떤 협조도 부탁하지 마세요.
Damn straight.
There really was no good reason for leaving them behind on that high school. Tie him up. Gag
Yeah,
him,
exactly. Oh. Did they kill the
Well, they took him somewhere.
specimen in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, clean it up. Oh.
국가안전보장회의는 오늘 효산시에 발효된 계엄령을 해제한다고 밝혔습니다. 회의는 지속될 전망입니다. 효산시 감염병 사태가 벌어진 지 4개월여가 지났지만
What's out here? What's she doing?
Escaping.
Certainly didn't
Doing something.
learn to throw in all that time.
Trying to go back in? What's she doing all
Does she
by
have a
herself?
flashlight still, or there we
Yeah.
go.
Just a beacon.
Maybe after a while, you just sort of...
You stop being scared.
Yeah, I mean, you just living in quarantine so long.
Just leaving things for her friends. Why would you come by yourself?
Someone's alive.
Uh-oh.
What? What does it say? What does it say?
High school seniors must be given admission. Like,
if you survived an attack, yeah. Well, you know, she stayed on brand. She's only worried about one thing.
That's right.
너 어디 있었어? 찾아도 없고 다른 애들은 몇 분 만났었는데.
어제 산에 올라갔다가 모닥불 봤어. 잘못 봤을 수도 있지만 남나가 그랬거든.
They're the only two crazy enough. Maybe Daesu would
오늘
go.
가보려고.
같이 가자.
들한테 말하지 마. 위험할지 모르니까 둘이서만 갔다 오자.
They all end up going.
Friends forever. That's what we do.
Squad.
No, it's just gonna be the two.
The Goonies. What's gonna happen?
It's gonna be all of them.
And we like, you didn't think we'd let you go by yourself, did
I told you. I told you it'd be all of them.
말하지 말라고 했잖아.
너만 알고 있었잖아.
우리만의 비밀이라고 했잖아요.
집 안 데려가면 경찰에 신고한다고 해서. 몰라 씨발. 좀비 특별전형 안 했어. 혼자 있는다고 덜 아픈 것도 아니고.
I don't know why they're bringing that girl. She just keeps falling down.
I know, she's useless.
No, useless. She contributes nothing to the group.
괜찮겠어? 갈 거야. 나도.
You need someone to sacrifice.
Throw her.
For real.
Dang.
She's
Oh wait, I was gonna be like, did anyone bring snacks or drinks? But then I realized that there are snacks and drinks over here. So, you know, worst case
no
scenario.
one brought a backpack. Anyone bring a hammer? Anyone bring anything?
I mean, those are all terrible things to eat, like in terms of nutrition.
Hey, that shit'll hold though.
Yeah, that's true.
Twinkies don't die, yo.
Oh, the chocolate wrapper, he kept it.
Yeah.
불빛이다.
Yeah, see?
뭐야? 어디요? 저기.
It's pretty hard to miss, isn't it? Oh, we cut too?
Long walk. Good. I'm glad, because that was a long walk.
I'm surprised they cut to this.
No weapons?
I mean,
guess,
right?
I guess there.
Well,
any danger has been taken care of, I suppose, but.
가자.
Damn. I mean, it was a big ass bomb.
Yeah. Safe zone. I guess they've taken care
The seal isn't broken.
It's true.
Probably went into the back door.
Oh, some char.
Ugh,
Is it gonna
zombie
move?
corpse.
Oh, nope.
There we go. You know, I was kind of wondering that. I was like, I don't see any charred bodies or anything. Ugh.
진짜 남날까?
No, it's Chung-san.
It's both of them making a half-beat baby.
Worst case scenario, it's Green Arm.
That's right. Wait. What happened to him? He got whisked away with all the other. He got pushed off, and then.
Well, he and Chung-san jumped.
That's
into
right.
The
Oh yeah,
elevator
yeah.
shaft.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
He got burned up. He took the force of it first.
There's the fire. Where's the person? Zombies don't know how to make fires.
But she had the lighter. Remember, she was on always
That's
had the
right.
lighter.
but like, you'd run out of lighter fluid after a while.
남나야. 남나가 우리 보고 싶어서 그런 걸 거야.
그걸 어떻게 알아?
몰라, 근데 알 것 같아.
There she
Oh, it is. It's. What happened to her face? Why do you look like that? She's like, I want to eat you. No?
She must smell great. She hasn't changed clothes in 4 months. Oh, her eye healed.
Oh.
She healed up.
가자. 같이 가자.
여기 할 일이 좀 남았어. 나 같은 애들이 몇 더 있더라.
우리끼리는 괜찮아.
또 왔다.
Who?
나 다시 올게.
What was that move?
The other half bees. She's like,
Nice. Cool exit.
she's like, I've fully embraced my half bee powers. Not everybody gets to be that cool, though. He's like, dang, I love you.
What is it? What are they looking at? They're gonna stop here. Yeah.
What?
They need a
There are
cliffhanger.
others.
They need a cliffhanger.
Oh,
It
wait,
was
is
a little
there
bit
gonna
more
be
satisfying than some other stuff we've seen. A little more satisfying of an ending.
Okay, so there's no end credit scene. Oh man, I really thought that we might get a, Chong-san
So I have a question.
cameo. Yeah, what?
No running water. How does she look as clean as she does? Her shoes. She's been wearing the same goddamn shoes for 4 months out in the wild, living like an animal. Her shit looks pressed. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe they're still
No-
getting plumbing and shit in the
Her
city.
shoes look as white as my teeth. I don't understand how her hair is not just matted as hell.
It is matted.
No.
I did notice she needed a haircut. They added some extensions.
It looked like she just hadn't washed it in a day or two. That's what that looked like.
She did look pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair.
For basically, for all intents and purposes, her ass is a derelict, and she looked good.
Well, she still cares. She still has some human in her. Do you know what I mean? Like she still cares about preserving a certain modicum of decency as she's living out there in the wasteland of Hyosan.
She ain't got no shower. How's she surviving? Where's the food?
She can easily identify the other ones. She could smell the other ones, and I'm sure she could because, like you said, it's been 4 months. So she's like, oh, the others. And the other humans are probably like, we smell them too.
She had to be eating people, right?
She has to be
Survivors?
eating something. I mean, we saw her eating a zombie out of desperation,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know what she's eating, how she's surviving, or if she's just managed to keep her urges at bay for the most
She had
part.
scratches on her head. You know that?
Yeah.
You noticed that?
Yeah.
I was like, what's that about?
Maybe they have like zombie half-beat gladiator pits or something.
Maybe. Who knows? I mean, she's been the only really good half-bee that we've seen, right? Because Guinam just went full evil, but that was no surprise because he was already like that. And then Yoonji, she was just so mad at the world that when she turned like that, she just used it as an opportunity to kind of set the world on fire. And so we
Yes.
haven't seen anyone apart from Namra have that power and be able to control it and still be good.
Patrice O'Neill. I love talking about Patrice O'Neill's joke about like how guys will talk to any broad. Just any broad. Like a girl could be in the trash can. He'd be like, why are you in the trash can, girl? You know, Versu's looking at her 4 months out. She's been living this zombie life. And he's looking at her like, oh, I'd still hit that. And you know it. It's just crazy.
I mean, you would. She's still beautiful.
Oh,
and she's
don't get it twisted. Like, she looks great. I'm just
clearly
saying.
resourceful, clever, smart, and now she's basically a superhero. I mean, when he saw her jump off that roof, he was just like, oh my god. I think I just got a boner. You know, like
that's not how guys think. They think I'm in love.
Oh, really? Is that what guys think?
I don't think guys ever think, oh my gosh, I just got a boner. Like that.
Zombie boner. Yeah. I've got a zoner, ladies and gentlemen.
Zoner. Overall, I think it ended in an interesting place. I've watched a lot of Netflix stuff, like many of you guys who are watching this reaction, and I think for it being a Netflix original, that's one of the best endings I've seen from a Netflix show in a while. Because I've watched a lot of Netflix shows, and by the time I get to the last episode, I'm just like, that's where you ended it? Great. And here it's like, they left us with that lingering question of what are they looking at? I'd rather that than it ends when they walk off into the distance and you don't know who's on that roof. You know what I mean? It was more satisfying for them to cut to the roof, which is kind of surprising, all things considered, given how much scenes are dragged out in the show. They cut to the roof, you see who's up there, and you get a sense as to what it's about and where this could go. You know, you can use your imagination if they never do a season 2 of what's on the other side of that. She's made some frenzies.
Yeah, like it's a nice kind of closure moment, but still leaving it open-ended enough that if they are going to do a season 2, there's somewhere to pick up.
Kind of wish they did an arcane of some kind, and like where the season ended, they just like had that way earlier, so we could get whatever this next adventure is sooner. Because Arcane's episode 3 was like a mid-season thing. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And so I kind of wish they did that here, but I get why. Like us going through the journey with all these characters, getting to know them, losing them, seeing who survived and all that stuff. It was an interesting journey.
The ending was kind of like a really sweet teen TV show. Like, I think ultimately that's what it is, right? You know, like we were talking about that, how it basically is like, let's throw some teens with their drama and the things that matter to them in their lives, and then add zombies, and then we'll see how we go. And so it goes back to that kind of teen drama thing where it's like, friends, right? Friends forever. You know, kind of like a Stephen King movie from back in the 80s, you know, where it's just like a bunch of kids in a scary situation, but it's like, we're friends, we're gonna get through this, you know?
Yeah.
And so it was really sweet.
Yeah. When Anjo snuck out the first time, and she put the snacks down.
Yeah.
That like got to me for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, that made me emotional.
It made me really emotional.
And then when you saw all the other stuff where people have left things behind for the, you know, for their dead.
For the people they've lost. Like, you realize just how much this whole city, this whole town has lost.
If you guys look closely, every time there's an emotional moment, I always have this like moment where it's almost like I got kicked in the nuts, where I'm just like, I'm just holding it together. I'm like, you don't need to cry. We'll be all right. We'll get through this.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Let me ask you a question, because there's not a whole lot of international zombie series that I'm familiar with, but the 3 that come to mind, well, 3 just in general. How does this compare to the big one, The Walking Dead? And let's go international again, and let's just say Kingdom. Have you seen Kingdom?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought this was better than Kingdom.
Okay.
I liked it better than Kingdom, but I haven't seen Kingdom in years.
I thought the first season of Kingdom was really strong, and I really liked it. It's very different, you know. I think in Kingdom they have a few more rules that don't suddenly change all that much. You know, it's like the zombies sleep during the day. They come out at night. They don't like water. And so it's like, all right, these are all things that we can do. And like you discover stuff. Oh, I'm sorry if I like ruined it for anyone who hasn't seen it. But you know, there are specific rules. And here it's like, it's much more unpredictable. I like both of them in their own right, although I didn't really enjoy season 2 of Kingdom as much as season 1.
I don't remember it all that well. I feel like I'd remember this show more than Kingdom.
We just watched it.
I know, but given enough time, I think I'll remember this more than I will Kingdom, because like we just blew through Kingdom, and at the end of it, I was like, I guess because this left more of an impact on me emotionally over the course of the whole thing.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, definitely more emotional.
But I know this is not the same thing because I'm referencing a movie now. But for me, this doesn't compare to the feelings I had watching Train to Busan. Like there was something about that movie that was so visceral and so, I guess, so new that it was my first Korean zombie film, and I was like, whoa, this is something else. It's like next level. I connected with that movie, and there was no fat on it at all. And so that's still my favorite zombie film of all time. I think it's really, really good. And my favorite zombie film, my favorite zombie cinematic experience, I should say.
Okay.
As far as it goes against The Walking Dead, I gotta be honest with you, like I checked out of The Walking Dead hard around season 3 or 4, where I'm like, I don't know where this shit's going. It's gone off the rails, and I've lost interest. I started trying to like fast forward through it just to see, and it's just a lot of nothing is what it felt like for me as someone who was just had a cursory interest after season 3, you know? But this is just season 1. I'm invested enough that I want to see where it goes next. For sure.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything you all said. I think the only good season in Walking Dead was maybe like season 2. Season 2 was good. Season 3 was decent, and then it just went off the rails, like you said. For a very first season, I think also this one holds up a little bit more. All of Us Are Dead. I did enjoy Kingdom. Season 2's Kingdom wasn't really too memorable. We don't have a season 2 of All of Us Are Dead, which makes me wonder, like, where else can you go?
Yeah.
Because unless the only other thing that I can think of is that maybe because they took 2 samples of the zombie people, the girl that was ready to kill herself.
Yeah, Yoonji.
Yoonji. They kept her, and then of course the other soldier.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that she's probably gonna break out and infect some other city, and then Half B crew is gonna have to come up and have saved the day. There's a lot of open-endedness that's satisfying enough that even if it didn't get a season 2, I would still be satisfied, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's a testament to the first season in general. So out of those 3 that I mentioned, I think All of Us Are Dead, especially regarding for only speaking in terms of first seasons, is the big winner out of those 3.
Regarding the smelling thing that you mentioned earlier, where like they were running in the streets away because the zombies were coming after them, and I was like, how do they know? And you said because of the smell, and I'm like, but that didn't seem to factor in other points in the story as much.
I know.
Whenever the show felt like it, because if the smell was a thing, right? If that was a big factor, when they were inside the gymnasium, the zombies would have been pounding on that door all night long. They wouldn't have been able to get a wink.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Maybe it is a special half B evolution.
Or an evolved zombie that can smell more.
Maybe.
Gotcha. Okay.
Maybe it was all the zombies, but now that we're kind of thinking about it again, it's like, yeah, maybe it is more of a half B thing.
Or just an evolved zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I do like the notion of the virus being able to evolve on its own, because then you can always keep ramping it up.
Yeah.
Until you get to, I don't know, zombie creatures.
Until you get to space zombies.
To there. Right. It gives you a lot of room to kind of work with. I think my only complaint is just that we just didn't have a really good, clear understanding of the rules, and that was ever so evident regarding the flares for me. The flares just really threw me off because that was so just random.
Yeah.
But but like you said, it's not really a zombie film like we've said, as much as it's teeny bop, Breakfast Clubby kind of thing. So
maybe the flare was a reference to Jurassic Park, man. That's the only thing I can think of, because that's how it worked. Ian was trying to distract. He was trying to be a hero, and then he distracted the T-Rex. It lasted all of a second till he went to the bathroom, and then the lair got eaten.
Oh, I do have one more gripe. I'm sorry. The young lady with the pink sweater. I can't believe she made it to the end. Like really good people died before she did. And I feel like everybody else did all the work on the group project and she still got the A. And that's just frustrating.
The one who kept falling down?
Yeah.
Yes. She didn't contribute. She didn't contribute nothing.
She was a big bag of useless is what she was. Like, you just showed up.
Everybody else contributed. Everybody did something.
But that's a lesson unto itself. As long as you show up, you might win.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, realistically, in any sort of situation like that, there's bound to be some people in the group who are just there by the merit of being part of a strong group. And honestly, that's probably how I would survive. And I'm not ashamed about it. Like, I know exactly which friends I'm going to call when the zombie apocalypse happens. My friend Tim has guns. He knows how to hunt. He lives, right by the airport. That's where I'm going. I already told him. I was like, hey, Tim, so when the zombie apocalypse happens, or if it does, I'm definitely heading over to your place. I'm going to join your crew. And he's like, cool, I got you. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. You gotta think about these things, what are your strengths? My strength is I'm gonna find other strong people and hopefully add something of value.
Here's the thing. Even though she didn't add anything to the group's survival in terms of fierceness, physicality.
Yeah.
What makes it worse is that she didn't add anything to the show at all. She was literally just there.
No plans.
You beat me to it. I was thinking, I was like, well, from if we're stepping out of the universe and then we're talking about the actors and actresses, the actress must have gotten the daily reads and be like, word, nothing again? Like, I can't hold the door open for somebody? I can't get a weapon either? Like, she just really legitimately just walks through this entire season.
It's like, okay, so at the beginning of the scene, you're going to fall over, okay? You're just going to trip on some stuff. Cool?
That was...
Cool.
That was the height of her character is falling. That is it.
You notice how they never even bothered to talk about the girl that left her behind? That never even came up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like, she mattered so little.
Yeah. She just died, you know? She was selfish, and then she just died. And no one was even like, hey, where'd she go?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The show just moved on.
She did have a kind of semi-cool way when the zombies are just randomly shoulder blocking her. You know, just 4 or 5 would just, like, move over, punk, we about to eat you. And then, then she died. So.
Yeah, but she really didn't have anything to live for anymore because, like, her parents were dead and she was already,
That's the interesting thing is she was thinking about taking herself out.
Yeah.
Early on in the show.
Yeah.
Like she was going to jump out the window or something.
So I guess they were like, whatever. We don't really care about her. But yeah,
they
you're right.
didn't even ask about her. Like, they legit didn't even ask about her. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang,
they're cold.
I would, if I had to, I don't grade shows or movies anymore. If I was, like, this would be kept hard from a perfect score because of all the dumb decisions that characters make throughout the show. Remember your frustrations with the film Drive? Ryan Gosling was going after
Ron Perlman.
And Ron Perlman can, like, run down the beach that way or run down the beach that way, but he runs straight into the ocean.
Straight into the ocean?
It's like, what are you doing? Like, how are you what are you thinking? And so I had the same feeling with that girl who we were just talking about. It's like, you can run up that way, but you just, like, decided to fall down the hill. Like, why? Like, that's where the zombies are. Like, clearly, they're coming from that way, south, and you're just falling into that ravine or whatever it is. And I'm like, I can't even understand what you were thinking. And the zombie was far enough away; she could have helped her friend up. She didn't even try to help her friend.
I know, like
she's just like, yep. Time to bounce. You're gonna go down the hill. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? And there's so many instances like that where I just it tries my patience when the bow and arrow chick's brother turned and everybody's just watching. I'm like, I get it.
It's hard.
It's your brother.
Hard. Yeah,
I understand.
It's hard to see your friend who you've been through all this stuff with turn, and then you have to take.
I get that, but
they're just kids.
But that happened the entire show.
Well, yeah.
If they weren't doing that the entire show, I would forgive it. It's that's what they always do. They're like, okay, we gotta wait until we've maximized the amount of threat that's here, and then we can react.
But the thing is, like, I feel like it's almost easier to kill your friend when they've turned into a monster, when you can make sure that the light has gone out of their eyes and that they're properly gone. But, like, can you imagine if they're there and they're going, just take me out. Just take me out right now. You know what you try to do. Just, like, bash my head in. And you're like, no, I can't do that. Meanwhile, you're, like, trying to bash your friend's head in and they're screaming because it hurts.
I know. They're like, hold on, I'm not fully changed yet. Wait, just see something. This really hurts.
You're hurting me.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
You're really hurting me.
You can't do that.
That would suck. That part would suck, man. That is kind of funny. Up until they change, it's murder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, like, maybe they turn into a half-beat like Namra. How do you know? You gotta wait.
They didn't know that. I don't know about you guys. Like, I see a spider, I freak out and start killing it right away.
Oh, you don't want to know what I saw yesterday.
I don't even hesitate.
I was going to say, because it's going to be in the back of his mind for the rest of the night.
You being for real?
Where did you see it?
Did you kill it?
Nope.
Did you kill it? Where is it?
He's watching you right now. That's what he is. He's somewhere in the dark corner of the room watching you.
It's okay. It was in the kitchen. It probably went away.
You left something alive in my kitchen?
That's hilarious.
Why would you do that?
I felt bad for it.
I feel bad for it's going to eat you in the middle of the night.
It's not going to eat me.
This is how you would not survive a zombie apocalypse. You'd be the first to go. I'd kick you down the stairs. Be like, go ahead, take this one. I'm going to get us all
Got
killed.
lots of meat. Go ahead. Yeah, just eat this one.
Oh, yeah. The spider said, don't worry. You'll meet me when you're asleep.
It's like, you know.
I'm going to be caressing your hair.
I have a Joe Rogan, like, reaction to that kind of shit, man. He's like, I don't want to mess up his joke, but basically it's like he was talking about people going out into the middle, like the wilderness or out into the mountains and hiking. He's like, that's not where people belong. We belong in groups together. That's why we have cities.
That's why they survived, because they stayed as a group.
Going out into the middle of the mountains to do some shit is dumb. Like, that's dumb. Like, you're trying to get killed, right?
Yeah.
You know, because whenever a cockroach shows up in his place or a bug, he goes, like, that thing doesn't belong there. It's like, you came to my village, I'm going to kill you. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to spray raid on you. You belong with your friends. You decided to come into my home. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this conversation. I'm just saying, I don't hesitate. Like, I would hesitate for a moment, obviously, because it's like family or whatever. But like, I think that, I don't know, man. After about 10 of those, I'm done waiting.
Well, I guess that's the difference maybe between kids and adults, is that we become desensitized to the world, and we can kind of detach ourselves from that and be like, okay, you're no longer a human, you're no longer my friend.
I think that we adapt pretty quickly, because if you think about pandemic and the just astronomical numbers that we were seeing, like 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, a million people, it's like after a while, your brain just turns it off. You're like, Yep, a million people died. That's right. And like, you're not thinking about it emotionally anymore. You're not able to internalize that the way you would have the day before.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And so over the course of 3 days, I think that by the time the 10th person turns, you're completely changed as an individual. You can't help but do that, because that's part of a primal part of your brain of surviving.
But they did change. I mean, this is the
no,
thing.
They didn't. They didn't. No. Even at the last episode, they're just like waiting, watching as the brothers turn, turning and shit.
No, they stuck together as a group, and then when they came into the camp and the police or the army or whoever are interrogating them, and they're just basically like, no, you didn't come to help us. We're not trusting adults anymore.
I'm specifically talking about the zombie stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was one moment where there was a good total group thought when they realized they were no longer going to be the same, and they finally took the offensive. Like, it took up to it took up to episode 12 for them to be like, I'm tired of running.
Yeah.
And they got everything, and then they actually took the fight to the zombies. And I know I was screaming that like earlier, like episode like 3 or 4. I'm like, when are y'all gonna realize that you're gonna have to, like, you know, take the offense in order to survive it? Our villain sure did. He learned it like real quick.
Yeah.
But then, you know, when I guess maybe they've lost a few bits of humanity that they had left, or they totally checked in their childhood and was like, okay, we are grown adults and we're gonna take these shovels and these pikes and whatever it is that we can, and, you know, and give them that work. So that was a big change from that part in episode 12 to how they were just trying to hide all the time in episodes 1 through 11.
Yeah. So. Well, they went from being victims to being actual players in the game. You know, like, for the whole time they were just like, oh, we gotta run, we gotta hide, which, I mean, is a good strategy. Definitely run and hide, but sometimes you have to fight. And then at the end, you know, they took matters into their own hands, because like, they can't tell the grown-ups like, oh, hey, by the way, we're seeing some like lights or whatever in the town. No way, they're just gonna go and kill them all. So they gotta do what they gotta do. Yeah.
They never said the name of the show in the show.
All of Us Are Dead?
Yeah.
No, I guess not.
No, I didn't hear it. Not one time.
It's probably for the best.
Most of Us Are Dead. That's what it should be called. But maybe it's All of Us Are Dead because all of us are dead inside.
You know who I thought was going to pop up and didn't, but still may be alive, is the scientist. I thought we would have saw him again, but we didn't. So
probably got bombed.
Yeah, I mean, that's very real too. You know, it's an easy out.
We don't know who they were looking at from the rooftop. The strange thing about that is they were looking forward, and presumably people are on the ground below. It would have made more sense if they were kind of all like huddled over the front of the edge of the roof to look at who Halfby went with.
I don't know. I thought that they were just like amazed that she jumped off the roof, and I thought that was
doesn't
what
surprise
it was.
me the least. There's a lot of
dramatic pause.
There's just a lot of dramatic pauses
like,
in this show of just like looking. But there's a possibility that Chong Sung, what's his name?
Chong Sun.
Chong Sung.
He could be there.
Yeah.
Like, I just keep wanting to say Chong Sung.
The scientist.
Like all of them could be there.
I embodied it as maybe they're seeing a lot more of those hybrids than they expected, because she had mentioned that there was some more, and then maybe they're looking at like, I don't know, maybe there's like 30 of them, you know, or maybe 100, you know, for all we know.
There was one question kind of brewing in my mind. Maybe it's an evolved thing. and that's what justifies it. But she hasn't seen people presumably in 4 months. Namra. And she is not jonesing even a little bit when fresh meat shows up.
I know.
A little bit odd.
I was a little bit scared when Onjo went up to her and held her hand. I was like, dude.
You ever see what happens when there's only one Betty in the room and a bunch of dudes? Like, she could be all right. Maybe a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. We're all hitting on her because she's the only one in the room. And the same thing happens on the reverse end. If there's only one guy in the room and a bunch of girls, that guy will become a focal point, right?
Sure.
Assuming that everyone's heterosexual. I think that for the sake of drama, it's fine. But the thought did enter my mind of like, wouldn't she be just like foaming at the mouth a little bit? Just a little bit?
Yeah,
like
4 months.
Oh my God, I'm hungry. You know?
Unless they figured out a way to survive. Who knows?
In my mind, I kind of picture it like, you know how they do in cartoons when someone starts looking like a hot dog or a hamburger?
Yeah.
You know? You start seeing your friends in like a bun.
Like, why are you looking at me like that? Stop it.
All right. But anyway, this was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up to let YouTube know you enjoyed what you watched. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here. Thank you guys for coming along with us on this entire journey of watching all 12 episodes of All of Us Are Dead. Really appreciate it. Follow ACHARA, KIRK, and SYNTELL on the social media and on their YouTube channels. Thank you again. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA, KIRK.
And
it's your boy SYNTELL.
Peace out.